Before we do the video, I want to preface and say, hi, my name is Adrienne. I like to try to talk like I am on a FaceTime kind of thing, with a friend, because I think that's very fun. Also, the reason that I won't be showing any TikToks or anything like on the screen is because my laptop hates it when I do layering and stuff like that, and overheats really badly and threatens to burn the house down, and I don't want my house to be burned down. No tickety talkies or other media. And then last note is I do diamond art while I talk because I have ADHD. It's hair wash day, so ignore this. I just wanted to go ahead and record before I forgot. Hey, so glad we can come, we can chat, we can talk, because that little freaking, oh my god, I cannot get my thoughts straight. I'm sure you know about the whole internet phenomena of mommy influencers and mommy vloggers. It has started to get on my nerves. I feel like it's such an unethical process. I mean, to post your kids' faces on the internet in the first place it's so bad. It's absolutely awful. Just over and over so you can make money from it. A lot of those kids probably don't want to be on camera, man. Imagine if their mom or dad or family members who are vlogging make a really stupid video of them. Kids at their school see it. Can you imagine how mortifying that would be? Oh my god. But I hate mommy vloggers because a lot of times they literally, I feel like it morphs their view, Like they stop thinking of their children as humans and start thinking of them as little itty bitty cash cows, and that's so freaking annoying. And here's the thing is they get paid for it. I feel like that encourages toxic behavior. I don't know. Like, have you heard of the Resilient Jenkins? They're that family of, it's either 6 or 7, and they live in a 1-bedroom apartment or 2 bedrooms, and the dad doesn't have a job other than the PS5. His only job is a 9 to PS5. Ha, I'm funny. I feel like even if they could afford a bigger apartment or house, they're not gonna get one because so many people are like hate engaging and hate comments, watching the videos. They're probably making bank off of that. So why would they stop? This infamous example is Ruby Frankie and how she just abused the 8 passengers, how she let that. I can't believe things like Ruby Frankie happen and then mommy vloggers are still legal. And the kids that they film, they can't give informed consent. They don't know what's happening. Suddenly they're no longer kids, they're employees being filmed all the time. And you'll see, I think I'm so far into this culture, girl. Do you know who Nika Diwa is? Or Nika Daiwa? I don't know. She is, believe it or not, another mommy influencer. You've seen videos that she willingly posts, and it's of her daughter crying or being like, no camera, like I don't want to be filmed, and she's laughing and following her daughter with a camera, and I think that is the pinnacle, the epitome, the quintessence of toxic mommy vlogging. There's some more examples of this kind of manifesting itself. You'll see people post vlogs of their children hurt, and then in the caption they'll tag brands and stuff. I feel like in their mind, once a paycheck hits, once they realize they can make money, suddenly their kids are not children, they're money in the making. And it's so toxic and it needs to stop. Because, those kids are going to grow up and their faces are going to be everywhere. If their mom is famous, those kids are going to grow up and they're going to be all over the internet. Also, if you're so boring you can't think of anything to post but your children, that's a little pathetic. Maybe you shouldn't be on TikTok posting if you can't think of anything better. That's like the least issue of the issues, but I still think it's funny. All I know is that if I grew up and I found out my mom had been throwing me all over the internet, I would be pissed. Oh my god, I would be so mad. And the things I'm talking about right now are all just are all just stuff that like the parent does that's harming these kids. That didn't make sense, pretend like it did. But what about the weirdos on the internet? If you've been on the internet for 15 seconds, there are some creepy people. And a lot of them are just perusing with like their icky, weird fingers trying to find, swiping around, trying to find little kids to look at and to like get more on their feed. And mommy vloggers are just giving them it. They're spoon feeding these weirdos like they spoon feed their children. Here comes the airplane kind of shit. I feel like inherently your job as a parent is to protect your children. And rule 1 of how to protect your children is not give a bunch of creepy men and women and people access to them online. But that's exactly what these people do. And they get paid for it, so why would they stop? I feel like the whole thing is so morally corrupt. It's unsafe too, because what if your kid gets doxxed? And then suddenly, not only can these creepy people, they can see the faces, they can see what they look like, they can also find them. So not only is it like morally compromising, it's safety compromising. It's compromising their safety. And also these parents can get like a quick buck. Really, dude? When did endangering your children become so normalized? And then there's no guarantee that these kids will ever see a dime. So they're just being plastered all over the internet, and they might not even get anything from it. The whole family vlog culture just basically encourages greediness, abuse, child labor. Does anyone else do you feel like it should be classified as child labor? Because I do. They just treat their kids like employees, and it's so messed up. I think it doesn't help that a lot of these mommy vloggers did not grow up with the internet, so they're not fully aware of the consequences posting anything and everything on the internet can bring. I mean, people have gotten fired from their jobs because they posted dumb stuff on the internet and thought no one would see. So I guess that's literally the only thing going for them, in my opinion. But I feel like you find out pretty quick, especially on Instagram. I don't feel like it's rocket science that you shouldn't plaster your child's face everywhere. There is a way to make good family content. One of my favorite creators who does that is, I think it's Lindsay Kirk? I'm not sure. But she acts out her kids, so you never actually see their face. And sometimes she'll show receipts at the end, but she'll blur her kids' faces. All of her content, it revolves around her family and her kids, but she never actually shows them. She just mimics them. I have no clue what her kids look like, and that's good. I hardly even know what they sound like, and that's good. And that's how you can share, funny stories of your kids in a safe way. And I love that for her. And I wish more people did that instead of exposing their children to really weird men and women and the internet in general. I also hate that there are no laws set in place for this. Okay, and this next point I'm gonna make goes along with the creepy men thing, but it's also really niche. And it's something that is... Okay, I mean, you know that creepy men, I say men, but creepy people go to creepy links. Lengths. Oh my god, I think I might be super paranoid. I saw this video of someone who I think they're suing or trying to do legal action against a company that used their likeness to promote their product, basically with deepfake AI, and they made it look like she was promoting it, but she never actually said any of that. I don't know if that means she was a skincare influencer. They manipulated and used deepfake AI to make her face and change her voice and make it look like she was promoting a brand when she never promoted that brand. I don't even think she uses it or likes it. And that's creepy in and of its own. But imagine if some weirdo got hands on that technology and also got hands on kids' images and voices. I feel like I don't need to elaborate further, and I don't want to elaborate further, girl. Maybe I'm overreacting. I don't feel like I'm overreacting, but maybe I'm overreacting. The stuff these people post is ridiculous. I think I saw a post on, I think it was Nika D. Wood, a kid finding some adult toys in a drawer and putting them all over his face. Yeah. There's a video of this little girl who just eats different foods because she has I guess a disorder thing that makes it really difficult for her to try new foods, and people in the comments always are like, try a banana, try a pickle, stuff like that, which I think is so messed up. But the parent not only does she not acknowledge them in the comments, she had her kid try a banana, which should not be bad, but it kind of is if you think about it was on Instagram and it's on the internet. I can't. And a lot of these parents do it while their kids are hurt. Have you seen that one video of that woman dancing to a TikTok sound while she's in I think it's the ER with her kid who's on life support? And she's dancing in the background. There's text explaining it. I feel like we're normalizing stuff like that, and we shouldn't be. I'll let you go, but just to wrap up my little opinion rant spiel, if done incorrectly, I feel like filming and doing family content with your kids can be really dangerous and unsafe and weird and manipulative and exploitive, and it should stop. So, yeah. Alright, bye!